Hello everyone, thanks for joining us. We're about to take you on a journey of business automation. My name is Vivian from the product marketing team here at Safe Software.
Hi everybody, my name is Craig Hankey. I'm an account manager here at Safe Software. I work with the federal government agencies as well as defense and aerospace contractors. I also cover the transportation industry, including airports and transit authorities. And I work with the natural resources sector, including farming, forestry, and mining.
Hey everyone, my name is Artie, and in addition to working with our gold and platinum partners in EMEA, I also have the pleasure of leading our channel team here at Safe Software.
This short journey is full of speed, inspiration, and excitement. You will learn the business values and benefits automation can bring to your organization, as well as the common use cases for applying automation in your business processes. We'll also share a few stories from our customers who have realized values from business automation. So let's get started. Automation has become the top trend in technology in today's accelerating world. Automation can be applied to organizations of all sizes and doesn't have to involve any robots. It can be as simple as using a set of features or tools in software applications. Do you know that 50% of your work activities can be automated by leveraging technologies? Imagine how much time and resources you can save from that. That's probably easier said than done. The reality is, lots of organizations have been operating in traditional models. There are a lot of data silos existing in departments with large data sets stored in different applications and systems. Data operations involve too many manual and complex processes which hinder efficiency. Also, critical information is not easily accessible across teams or available to business leaders for real-time decision-making. Beyond that, with our expanded impact of technology and new demands from modern customers, organizations are struggling to meet demand because IT or data is just not agile enough. But don't let these roadblocks hold you back. With the right solution, your organization can make the most of automation to achieve new heights of operational agility, optimized performance, increased growth, improved customer experience, and rapid innovation. Next, we're going to walk you through 4 automation opportunities you don't want to miss for the future of your organization. Now I'm going to hand it over to Craig.
All right, thanks Vivian. Let's just jump right into the first automation opportunity and take a look at operational agility. One of the points Vivian just mentioned. So when you're scaling an organization or an initiative or a project, you need automation. What we see commonly is more and more requests come from various stakeholders or third parties. And another example could be monthly or weekly reports, and obviously administrative tasks like data entry. So let's just jump into an example. Utah DOT came up with their e-ticketing system back in 2019. Previous to this, inspectors and engineers in the field were required to inspect materials and manually enter and track all inspection tickets for a resurfacing project, paper-based. So the construction GIS team was able to build an automated workflow incorporating JSON and Survey123, and now the DOT inspectors can easily track and view tickets on their devices for time and organizational efficiency. Another huge benefit was the invoicing team was able to save around 80% of the time it would normally take to manually enter these tickets into their billing system. So now the e-ticketing system has been scaled out statewide to all resurfacing projects. And we have some great examples that you can read a little bit more on about Utah DOT. So we'll go to automation opportunity number 2, where we tackle improvement of customer experience and enhanced team collaboration. So often organizations have departments or groups split up between function type, or you could also think of it in levels of government. So local, regional, state, federal, and those organizations usually need to share between each other. So let's check out an automation op and how some of organizations have used FME to do this. The city of Burnaby is part of the Metro Vancouver area here in BC, Canada, and has become recognized worldwide for its one-call dial before you dig system. The requirement the city has is to provide underground information packages within 3 days to organizations looking to dig or develop a piece of land. And development in the Metro Vancouver area has seen a really large increase, consequently overloading staff with tasks in preparing and compiling, and therefore increasing timelines from days to weeks to get packages delivered. So for some context, in 1994, Burnaby received 140 information packages requests a year, which might be manageable, but still time consuming. So fast forward to today, and that number has increased to about 8,500 packages requests annually. And as we just touched on, scaling out that increased volume of service requests is something that your organization should automate. So the bigger benefit here was that reducing the friction between data sharing with contractors and third-party developers or citizens who needed the data in a timely fashion, and making it very accessible at any time, all without staff intervention. Using the FME platform, Burnaby developed and automated GIS and asset management system workflows and reduced the time to receive information packages to just 3 minutes per request. So for Burnaby, it saved about 2 full-time staff and potentially more, depending on the trajectory of requests. And now those staff can focus on more high-impact projects. So while Burnaby provides data download service, the Hampton Roads Sanitation District uses FME to provide web-based data validation and loading services. This is also a great example of enhanced collaboration and customer experience. So HRSD, located in Virginia Beach, Virginia, services the Chesapeake Bay watershed and approximately 1.9 million customers. And what they did was build an online data contribution service that collects pipeline data and pump station data from about 20 different cities and counties in their jurisdiction, and automatically validates each contributor's submission to ensure conformity to the repository's data model. The workflow doesn't simply just reject data and force the contributors to figure it out on their own, but provides what data needs to be corrected in order to be accepted into the central repository. And then this information is used to help with an effort to lower environmental impact for their wastewater systems. The end product, the final product, is a centralized, accurate view of the wastewater collection system, and it helps stakeholders identify areas needing improvement. So manual quality control, custom scripted in-house system would consume a vast amount of coordination time and a vast amount of resource time. But with the FME platform, you have the capability to easily modify the validation requirement, and the automated workflow removes that bottleneck of manually sharing, validating, and centralizing the data. Therefore, you can maintain an up-to-date database for just a fraction of the time. HRSD continues to use FME in this automated fashion, all without involving HRSD staff. And again, this is really a very transparent and collaborative experience. All right, I'm going to hand it over to my pal, Artie.
Thanks, Craig. So the next automation use case I'll be going over has to do with gaining access to real-time information and data. And this is becoming more and more important for our customers, not just given where our world is today as a result of the pandemic, but as a result of executives and decision makers and users wanting quick and real-time access to the information that they need in order to make business decisions. Getting access to real-time data has to do with connecting to various different applications and systems, and this can be things such as sensor data, it could be devices, or it could be web services that are external to your organization as well. Building this integrated and automated strategy allows you to not only gain a better visibility into how your organization is operating from a profitability perspective, but it also can help with responding to certain emergency management systems by leveraging data in order to use the FME platform in order to get information to respond to certain emergency situations. These could be things such as natural disasters, where you're trying to leverage real-time information in order to inform your customers, or it could also be with gaining access to this real-time information in order to understand how this natural disaster might affect your overall infrastructure and the operations of your organization. Having access to real-time data allows the first responders to also respond in a much more quicker fashion. And with respect to things such as weather emergencies or power outages, and they're leveraging again data in real time in order to make these decisions. So the decisions they're making are not based on data that was presented to them 15-20 minutes ago, which could be outdated, but based on data that they're receiving from the organization and with the power of automation of FME. A great example and use case of this is with a customer of ours out of Australia, PowerLink. They've been leveraging the FME platform for quite some time to build a automated and event-driven and data-driven emergency management systems to respond to natural disasters that occur in Australia, whether it's bushfires, cyclones, or earthquakes and such. Now, previously this was quite difficult for them to do, as they needed to gain access to not just internal data, but also external data such as weather information. And it was quite time consuming for them to make this decision in real time. So when they brought the FME platform in, not only have they been able to send these reports to stakeholders and decision makers in real time when certain emergency criteria are met, but this is also translating into saving the lives of the crew that are responding to these emergency events, as well as helping protect their assets that might potentially be affected by these events. The hours that staff spent on trying to combine and analyze this data previously was taking them days. And as you can imagine, if there is a emergency weather event happening, days is not the answer, rather minutes or hours is the answer. And we're very excited to say that by leveraging the FME platform and using our CPU time capabilities of our engines, they're now able to respond within hours based on the data that they're receiving as a result of emergency situations versus days. And it's not only helping them save countless lives, but it's also helping them protect their own assets internally and infrastructure better. The next use case of automation has to do with digital transformation and migration of data. A lot of customers and a lot of organizations globally are trying to accelerate the digital transformation capabilities, as well as trying to migrate from legacy systems into either a cloud-based system or something that's much more suitable for their business today. And this can be quite difficult, as moving from one system to another, it's not just as simple as turning one off and the other one on, but there's data that needs to go from one system to the other, and we need to make sure the conversion, the translation, and as well as the quality of the data is kept from the old system into the new one. This data migration can be quite complex and challenging because each system does have different requirements, which can definitely help increase your overall project time and delivery. And again, by leveraging the power of the FME platform, we're not only able to help you automate the transition from your old legacy system to the new one, but we can also help expedite the project delivery time as well, which will not only help save your organization resources and time, but ultimately money. A great example of this is with our customer IHS Markit. They were using an old legacy database that was on-premise, and they had intentions of moving about 1.5 billion rows, billion with a B, and terabytes of data from their old legacy database into Snowflake's cloud data warehouse. And as you can imagine, their objective of wanting to make this migration was in order to give more information back to their business intelligence users for reporting and analytics. And doing this migration manually was going to take them numerous amount of time, hours, and resources for them to be successful. By leveraging the FME platform again, and by taking strong advantage of our CPU time-based data processing capabilities, they've not only been able to connect their old legacy system to Snowflake, but they're also doing this in an automated fashion where 1.5 billion rows of data have now been converted to Snowflake in only 5 hours. And what we also want to mention is that FME is a Snowflake-ready technology. So if you are looking to migrate your data to the Snowflake cloud as well, please reach out to any of us on either the sales or the partner side, and we're more than happy to work with you in helping you achieve your digital transformation goals as well. And I'll pass it over to Vivian again.
Thanks, Artie and Craig. Hopefully you find these use cases inspiring and helpful. Automation takes many different forms depending on your business needs and situation. These are some of the ways automation has already been deployed by some of the forward-thinking companies, and there's a lot more to explore. We're happy to embark on this journey to help you find a way to implement an automation solution that works for your organization. Whether you have some questions, have a project to discuss, or want to schedule a proof of concept call, reach out to us at info@safe.com. And there are some easy steps you can take to get started with FME right away. Make sure to subscribe to our emails to be the first to learn about new product launches, upcoming webinars, events, and a lot more. If you're interested in learning more about automation and the data integration workflows, make sure to join FME Accelerator, our 90-minute free and interactive workshop. You will gain hands-on experience and have a chance to connect with our FME experts in-house. If you are keen to play with FME by yourself, simply download a free trial and get started. Thanks again for joining us. Make sure to check out other talks we have programmed for you. Enjoy the rest of the FME World Tour 2022.